Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Workshop 489. I was thinking about what I could make my wife for Christmas because I wanted to do something special this year to make up for all of the things that I have done that she probably didn't appreciate. And so I came up with this love sculpture. I've seen something similar on Pinterest, so thought I'd give it a whirl. Anyway, stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. So I started off with a layout here. I just went to my assembly bench, got a grease marker and a rule, and roughed out the shape of the letters that I wanted right on the bench. Used that as a template all the way through the process. I had a little trial and error to get where I wanted and what I want to look like. But once that's done, I move on to the next step. So when I was happy with the layout, I got to cutting the rebar. So I made myself a little jig here so I could clamp in the rebar, put a 45 on the end of it to make all the joints, a little reference line there, so I could get everything cut to the same proportion, same shape, same size. Just a couple of pieces of scrap wood thrown together, screwed it to the bench. I cut all the pieces out and then laid them back onto the template before I started welding. Once I got all the pieces cut out, I laid them back on the template, adjusted them to a look that I liked, and then I welded each letter together individually. Then I took the letters over to the bench grinder, cleaned them up, cleaned up the welds, and then brought them back and welded the whole word together. From there, I did some cleanup with the grinder, with a wire brush, got everything looking nice, shined up the metal the best I could, till I was happy with the product. Once I was happy with my welds, did all the cleanup with the wire brush, got it all ground down, get everything looking the way that I wanted it to, and I was satisfied, I moved on to my finish. I decided to apply beeswax to the rebar. Beeswax, I think, is a good choice. You know, it gives a little bit of a luster, and it'll prevent it from rusting in the future. And this is an indoor item, but I like the beeswax. So I heated it up with a torch, put on some beeswax, and wiped it off with a rag. When I set out to build this, I made a decision early on that I wanted to use a wood base. I like the combination of wood and metal. I also didn't have a piece of heavy plate that I thought would work well as a base. So here I got a piece of heart pine. This came from a 2x4 that was salvaged out of a 125-year-old house, some remnants of some other projects I've done. So I took a piece of the wood, laid it out with a hole in the middle, uh, drilled a hole, did some cleanup with a sander, and then moved on to uh, gluing the steel into the hole with Gorilla Glue, clamping it off, and found out that it works pretty well. You know, it's not heavy duty, but it certainly works well for a piece of sculpture. When the glue was dry and the finish was on, I added my brand to the bottom of it. So here's a look at the final product. I think it turned out pretty well. I think my wife will like it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your comments below, tips, tricks. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, like my video, and I hope to turn out more in the future.